Let's see. Oh my goodness, yeah. We'll start out with this one. James O'Keefe and friends getting assaulted on Skid Row. Pardon me. Chasing down all these fraudsters out there trading cash, cigarettes, and even apparently drugs for petition signatures. So that certain people paying them, can get their chosen pet ballot initiative pushed onto the ballot and push it on through. Just corrupt as it gets.
Hey! I got you. I'm not from out here. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Get away from him. I'm not from out here. Get out of the way.
Getting that pepper spray out.
Whoa, he punched him. Let's go. Go, James.
I hope they're not strapped.
James, straight.
I mean, this is LA after all.
Go. Make a left.
Look, here's a petition right here. James, here's a petition right here. Hey, I was wondering, what can I get for a...
Getting money over here. How appropriate.
Look, right here. Put this on camera. Right here. I want to, yeah.
Oh, and what is that out on the... Is that weed? Oh my god, that is weed. That is just a tray full of weed. And, yeah, that would definitely appear to be booze. That is like a little hotel room, little boozer there. Look at that.
I want to, yeah.
Booze bottle. He got the icy? What? He making some kind of like street person drink.
What about the free phone? You signed the petition, right?
That's the guy right here. This is the guy who broke the law in the video. Sir.
Can I look at the petition?
This is the guy who broke the law in the video.
Can I look at the petition?
I'm not breaking any law.
Can I look at the petition?
Pulling up chat.
It's against the law in California.
We ain't breaking the law, bro.
It's against
We ain't breaking the law, bro.
cigarettes and cash.
I ain't giving cash, I ain't giving nothing away. I give cell phone. I do free cell phone.
We have you guys on camera shouting money for petitions.
I don't do money.
We have you shouting money and cigarettes.
I don't do money.
Can we look at the petition? What's that? You're gonna send me down this. We're just asking questions. I got my spray ready to go. Oh, I'm fine. That guy almost found out, though. We don't have to ask you in a public space. We're just asking questions. Here's the petition. We're gonna have to run. Whoa. Whoa, we can get him. He's going slow.
Let's go. You're breaking the law.
You were offering cigarettes.
Hey.
I'm not from out here. I'm not from out here.
Come on, on, guys. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Keep it on you. Let's go. Go, James. Straight, James, straight. Go. Make a left. Get everybody. We have everybody? They rolled up, attacked, pepper spray.
Goodness gracious.
Make a right.
I'm gonna grab my tea here.
Make a right.
Where are we going?
Straight.
Where are we going, man?
I got you. Keep going. I know where we're going. Just got attacked. Keep going. I know where we're going. Okay, slow down. You're good. With that stoplight, I'm gonna make it right. I got you.
Yeah. He defended himself legally. James O'Keefe is missing. We're trying to find him. We're trying to locate James O'Keefe right now. A group of them attacked us. They have a car. I saw a DMV thing on their car. We found some of our crew. We're here live in Skid Row. Look, this is our camera guy. He got punched in the neck by one of the illegal petitioners. He punched our guy in the neck.
Likes losing his voice.
Oh, I got pepper spray in my mouth. We were attacked. We're trying to find James O'Keefe. We're trying to locate James O'Keefe right now. We got attacked on Skid Row by illegal petitioners.
You're gonna go down here and you're gonna make a right. I'm keeping you away from Weingarten.
Weingarten? Randy?
I got you. We're gonna keep going. Just trust me. I'm keeping you away from that place. You need to make it right up here. I got paper sprayed. He attacked me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
We did our show literally right here, and then we decided to go mobile and try to find some of the petitioners. We found them, and they weren't happy to the point that they got aggressive and tried to attack us, and then they ran away. We followed them to their car to show the petitions, and they got even more aggressive, and they tried to jump us, 3 of them, which resulted in me deploying pepper spray on them as they were in the process of punching one of our filmers. And yeah, I mean, we did what we had to. Of course, you never want to do anything like that, but sometimes you have to.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Are you going to arrest these people?
I ain't getting involved in that stuff. No comment.
No comment?
Yeah.
They're engaging in illegal petition fraud here?
I saw one of your videos already.
Yeah.
But yeah,
How you
thank
doing?
you for what you do.
Fair enough. Cop says he's a fan 1 hour before.
I ain't getting involved in that stuff. No comment.
No comment?
Yeah.
Probably the right move for your job's sake.
They're engaging in illegal petition.
That's scary, though. Can't say a dang thing. Okay. Boy, that was a good one. Lighting, running footage. Oh, all the good stuff. On to the main pile here. Here we go. Oh, looks like Steph had it in there too. Of course you did. All right. Here we are. We are. There we are. Senate in session today. Senate takes procedural vote to fund all of DHS except ICE and CBP. Needs 60. Continues work on the SAVE Act. Will take vote related to prohibiting men from playing in women's sports. Debate continues. Non-stop. How long is it now? Elon Musk says, I would like to offer to pay the salaries of TSA personnel during this funding impasse that is negatively affecting the lives of so many Americans at airports throughout the country. That's quite a nice move.
Once you get past the check.
Boy, that's going to... Really, I'm very curious to hear from some actual TSA employees who are often black. At least, certainly, at least around here. I don't know about where you guys are at, but it's at least up and down the East Coast, it's black through and through. Wonder what kind of effect this might have on their opinion of him and politics generally.
Kaylee, yeah, once you get past the check-in counter at this airport, all you can see is a sea of people waiting in these long TSA lines. There are massive crowds of people filling up these hallways. I have never seen anything like this here, as Hartsfield-Jackson has consistently been hit with these long lines almost every single day over the last week or so. So I'm going to have my photographer give our viewers a look at exactly what's going on here right now. People tell us they got here 3-4 hours before their flights, and it's all because TSA workers are not getting any money still, and many are reporting and not being able to pay for basics like gas, rent, and food. Nearly 400 of them nationwide have quit since the start of this shutdown. Over the last few days here in Atlanta alone, almost 40% of them are calling out each day, and this is leading to a lot of frustrated, confused, and tired travelers. Listen.
I feel bad, honestly, for just the TSA workers who are here. So we're just grateful that, you know, we came early because we were prepared, but unfortunately, flight boards in like 30 minutes. So even though we got here early, hopefully we make it.
And we're seeing these long TSA lines pop up at other major airports.
Wow. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper announces the largest elimination of a Navy across the span of 3 weeks since World War II. Struck over 8,000 military targets, including 130 Iranian vessels, constituting the largest elimination of a Navy over a 3-week period since World War II. Wow.
U.S. forces continue to take bold action and remain
Iran is no joke.
On plan to eliminate Iran's ability to project meaningful power outside its borders. Just 2 days ago, the U.S. Army launched the longest field artillery strike in Army combat history using precision strike missiles. The strike took out Iranian military infrastructure, demonstrating the U.S. military's unmatched reach and lethality. Iran has lost significant combat capability over the last 3 weeks. We are taking out thousands of Iranian missiles, advanced attack drones, and all of Iran's Navy, which they use to harass international shipping. Their Navy is not sailing, their tactical fighters are not flying, and they've lost the ability to launch missiles and drones at the high rates seen at the beginning of the conflict. Our progress is obvious. U.S. forces maintain air superiority over Iran's skies, having now flown over 8,000 combat flights. Our air crews are performing exceptionally across the fight, from tankers to fighters and bombers to land-based and carrier-based aviation doing a superb job.
Wow.
Tankers are extending our reach so that we can keep constant pressure on the enemy. Fighters and bombers are delivering precision strikes against our primary objectives, and our pilots across the board are dynamically hunting threats as well, finding and eliminating targets in real time. So far, we've struck over 8,000 military targets, including 130 Iranian vessels, constituting the largest elimination of a Navy over a 3-week period since World War II. My operational assessment continues to be Iran's combat capability is on a steady decline as our offensive strikes ramp up. While U.S. forces continue to sustain overwhelming offensive firepower, I want to recognize our air defenders mounting a coordinated defense against Iran's attacks. We have built the most extensive air defense umbrella in the world over the Middle East right now. This is thanks to years of investment alongside our allies and partners to build a robust and integrated air and missile defense architecture. For more than a decade, books have been written about the concept of a Middle East air defense. Today, it's alive and well. Our Gulf partners, in particular, have defended against thousands of Iranian drone attacks, a clear demonstration of the strength of our partnerships as we work shoulder to shoulder. We also remain zeroed in on dismantling Iran's decades-old threat to the free flow of commerce throughout the Strait of Hormuz. For example, earlier this week, we dropped multiple 5,000-pound bombs on an underground facility located along Iran's coastline. The Iranian regime used the hardened underground facility to discreetly store anti-ship cruise missiles, mobile missile launchers, and other equipment that presented a dangerous risk to international shipping. We not only took out the facility, but also destroyed intelligence support sites and missile radar relays that were used to monitor ship movements. Iran's ability to threaten freedom of navigation in and around the Strait of Hormuz is degraded as a result, and we will not stop pursuing these targets. At the beginning of this campaign, I sent a letter to the more than 50,000 American servicemen and women supporting Operation Epic Fury. For our forces serving in the Middle East, I'd like to reiterate 3 key points. Number 1, be relentlessly lethal. We have the momentum. Number 2, be a great teammate. Continue to take care of one another. And number 3, steady your resolve. For we stand on the shoulders of giants, American heroes who have served with tenacity, grit, and honor. Fall back on your training. It is the best in the world. I just could not be prouder of our warfighters, and I know that the American people share in this same pride. Thanks so much. Godspeed.
U.S. military has just bombed Iranian nuclear site Natanz. Their main nuclear site where they enrich uranium-235.
Operation overnight, you mentioned Natanz getting bombed. That's one of the 3 nuclear enrichment sites that was hit during Operation Midnight Hammer. It's located 150 miles south of Tehran. As you mentioned, that is Iran's main nuclear enrichment site where they enrich uranium-235, that isotope. Not sure we have a periodic table available, but some of the officials I've spoken to about this strike say this is likely to detect if there is enriched uranium in this site. If you bomb the target and no uranium or radiation, more importantly, detected, that means either you didn't hit it or it's not located there. So expect some strikes on Fordo and Isfahan. Those are the other 2 sites struck during Midnight Hammer. That could be what's coming up next. Now, President Trump offering a battle update brief to reporters aboard Air Force One. He posted something on Truth Social overnight. You mentioned Natanz.
All right. Is full Iran getting lit up by overwhelming Allied strikes? Whoa. There's the shockwave. Look at that. You can just see it spreading out from the thing. Look at that. Oh, it's so neat. Also terrifying. Americans suspicious of how CNN just got full access to investigate Iran's underground missile cities. What are they doing there?
An Iranian underground missile city buried deep inside a mountain. A show of force aimed at Iran's enemies.
Yikes.
A contingency plan to protect its precious arsenal from being eradicated by massive bombardment. Dozens of these subterranean fortresses are spread across the country. It's proof that Tehran has been preparing for a war just like this one for years and possibly decades. It's also from these mountain bases that Iran stores its mobile missile launchers, taking them out, firing, before hiding them back into the mountain to reload and avoid detection. The US and Israel want to destroy this threat.
And just like Hamas and their tunnels, Iran has funneled decades of state resources not to their people, but into missiles and drones and proxies and buried facilities, but we are hunting them down.
We wanted to find out how. Examining satellite images from 27 underground bases, including 107 tunnels. What we found was evidence of a rapid-fire American-Israeli campaign to trap a large number of Iranian munitions underground, blocking entrances and exits to these bases. Like here, here, and here, access points to these facilities blocked. We found that the US and Israel bombed at least 77% of the tunnel entrances that we were able to review satellite images of. Here we see rockets fired from mobile launchers towed out of tunnels. The images are from propaganda video released last year. We geolocated this video to here, a large underground city with many of the access points ravaged by US and Israeli bombardment earlier this month. Here we see huge craters surrounding a tunnel portal. Here, a destroyed rocket launcher and a reddish cloud of highly toxic rocket fuel. But less than 48 hours after the site was first bombed, evidence of Iranians already digging for access to their munitions underground. And this isn't the first time Iran's jumped to repair its underground facilities.
Tehran is,
why wouldn't they?
Completely filled with smoke.
After the 12-day war with Israel last June, Iran repaired missile production facilities.
Wow.
An industrial complex linked to uranium enrichment centrifuges. And subterranean medium-range missile sites, like this one, where Iran reopened access points to those munitions, again starting to repair them just 48 hours after that war ended. The US and Israel continue to score tactical successes around underground facilities, but these might be temporary solutions as Iran continues to adapt. Now, these are huge battlefield achievements by the US and Israel, heavily degrading Iran's military capability. But experts say that Iran remains resilient and has just enough munitions to continue to hit strategic positions such as oil and gas and civilian infrastructure. This adds another layer of complexity and of unpredictability to this war. Kate?
Certainly. Tamara, thank you so much.
King Kyle LB in YouTube chat asks, how do you make your screen so big? I watch it from my cell phone, can see everything so clearly. Since you're watching on YouTube, that's probably why. So when the rest of the hosts are doing their shows, they're being piped through Zoom and out across the internet to the various platforms. But when I'm doing my show specifically to YouTube, I'm skipping Zoom. It's going directly from my computer, so not getting crunched and compressed by Zoom. It's just going straight out to YouTube in top quality. So that's probably why. I wish I could get it so that all hosts could get like top-notch quality like that, but you have to like broadcast directly to get that. Wish there were a way around it. That's good to hear. It looks good though. All right, let's see. Americans suspicious of House CNN. Okay, we just did that. Stephen Miller. Beginning of the admin, we asked every state, red and blue, to share with us their voter rolls. Every blue state, of course, refused.
Here's something, Sean, that your audience may not know. At the beginning of this administration, we asked every state, red and blue, to share with us their voter rolls so that we could scrub it against the DHS file of illegal aliens to remove illegal aliens from their voting rolls. Every blue state refused. California refused. Minnesota refused. New York refused. In fact, they sued us to stop us from removing illegal aliens from the voter rolls, removing non-citizens from the voter rolls. But that's not just the only thing. They don't want to get dead people off the rolls. They don't want to get felons off the rolls. They don't want to get out-of-state voters off the rolls. They don't want to get double and triple voters out of the count because they want the fraud. Here's something, Sean, that your audience may not know. At the beginning of this administration, we asked every state, red and blue, to share with us their voter rolls so that we could scrub it against.
Okay. Oh, it's Medea. Medea Benjamin. Toad Pink. They're all heading to Cuba to tell people living under communism how terrible America is.
So we're on the plane now, getting ready to go to Havana, Cuba.
Oh, look at you in fancy-ass first class, Medea. Wow.
We have this entire charter flight full of people, and as important, full of medicines. And we're so excited to be with the Cuban people and show our support, show our solidarity, and to say that this cruel, inhumane, barbaric policy of the Trump administration has to go. So we're on the plane now, getting ready to go.
Oh, this woman is everywhere. She's so gross. John Solomon on arrests.
But let's
perp walks.
Let's talk about what's actually happening. I know the audience sitting there going, "Hey, where are my arrests? Where are my perp walks, etc." Talk to me about Comey, Brennan, the House, South Florida, all of it, sir.
Yeah, so a grand jury subpoena went to James Comey from the Miami U.S. Attorney's Office and from a grand jury that is currently in Fort Pierce, Florida, being supervised by Judge Eileen Cannon. That means that Comey's coming in and being asked to be a witness, not about things he testified to that are in dispute and that he may have perjured himself, and that's certainly the allegation on the referrals against him, but rather to talk about what he knows about the intelligence community assessment that was the last thing Barack Obama did to try to hang another Russian shingle on Donald Trump's home as Barack Obama was leaving office. That's the assessment that said that the intelligence community assesses that Vladimir Putin tried to help Donald Trump win the election. We now know most of the experts in the community disagreed with that assessment, and the only way they got to it was by sneaking in the then already discredited Steele dossier and then using it to pin that part on there. Brennan has always said he didn't want the dossier in there and that he didn't rely on it. That evidence seems to be, or that testimony, those comments seem to be at odds with the evidence. And so James Comey would know whether the CIA was asked or was bugging him to send over the Steele dossier so they could make this conclusion. He becomes a critical witness. You could potentially have James Comey be a hostile witness against John Brennan in any indictment. Meanwhile, federal officials tell me that the House Intelligence Committee is going to schedule a vote next week to vote out and send to the grand jury, send to the prosecutors, its contacts with John Brennan over the years so that all of those testimonies and private briefings can be viewed by grand jurors to see when and how and what Brennan said over the years about various issues that are now tied up in the weaponization. At the end of the day, this part of the case, which is only a small part of the case, is looking at one element of the intelligence community being politically weaponized. In other words, did the intelligence community in late 16 and early 17 put its political viewpoints ahead of its country by declaring Donald Trump was being aided by Russia in the absence of such evidence because they wanted to create a political narrative that would hurt Donald Trump? Now, that's directly connected to the second issue we've been talking about the last week, which was, did that same intelligence community 4 years later in another election and in the aftermath of another election once again put politics before country by trying to keep secret from President Trump, from the Congress, from the American public, evidence it had that multiple states voter data registration had been penetrated and obtained and analyzed by China. Now, when that revelation occurred in Great Britain, it was a national scandal over the seas, across the pond. It probably should be a national scandal here, but we were kept from that knowledge for 6 years, and we now know from the documents the intelligence ombudsman made public that the assessment of the ombudsman was that they kept that China interference, election interference data quiet and secret, even from the president, because the intelligence community didn't like Donald Trump. They didn't like his policies on China, and they didn't want to give him data that they thought would help him execute his China policy. Once again, putting politics before the interest of your country, the interest of your commander-in-chief. So what's going on in Florida, what's going on in Washington now, have a direct line, the same issue, a politicized intelligence community that's not doing its job, not serving its president, not serving its country.
Female Secret Service agent faulted for J-13 Butler failures that nearly killed Trump.
Let's talk about what's
Mio Perez in there. Oh dear. DAVAC co-sponsor Rand Paul says there's a path to passage. Oh, finally? Okay. Trump and Rubio wheels up towards Florida for the weekend. Well, that's pretty. What a field of plants. Oh. Awesome. Trump says Tulsi Gabbard's job safe as DNI for now. Interesting.
What? I thought she did a good job yesterday. What?
Give me 1 second here. I gotta grab Windows from my other desktop here. Oh dear, what do I need? You. It. There, yeah. Sorry about that. Here we go. Trump signals he's optimistic about the SAVE Act.
And what are you guys hearing from your Senate colleagues about the chances of the Save America Act passing?
Well, it seems to be doing okay. It's voter ID. You have to have citizenship to vote. And I'm hearing very good things. I mean, I was hearing negative things because the Democrats are all against voter ID. They're all against citizenship to vote. They're against transgender. You know, they like the transgender thing with mutilization of your children. All of the things that we talk about. You know, we added two little elements. No men in women's sports, right? You know that. We added that. And when you add them all up, whether you take 4 or 5, I think they're all 95 to 99% issues. I hear it's going, look, it should be an easy pass, but we need Democrat votes. They don't want to approve voter ID because they cheat. They don't want to approve citizenship. In other words, we want to have citizenship in order to vote. You have to prove your citizenship. The Democrats don't want to do that. You know why, Peter? You know why? Because they want to cheat, Peter. Now,
okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chuck Norris died. Yep. Eulogizing Chuck Norris.
yeah, I was disappointed. Chuck Norris died. I didn't know that. He was a great guy. He was a really good, tough cookie.
Tough
You
cookie.
didn't want to fight him, I can tell you. He was a tough, great guy, and he was a great supporter. Wow, that's too bad.
Wow.
His family, highest respect.
And his family releasing a statement, reading in part, through his work, discipline, and kindness, he inspired millions around the world and left a lasting impact on so many lives. Chuck Norris was 86 years old.
Yeah, he was disappointed.
R.I.P. Chuck. Oh, wow. Look at that. Bob Mueller's dead. Bob Mueller is dead. Robert Mueller, presiding over the Russia hoax. Famously slightly demented at the time, fully demented in recent months. Yep, he's dead. "81 years old. What a legacy he leaves." Let's see some of the highlights of Bob Mueller's life. Let's see here. Yates questioning him.
Director Mueller, can you state with confidence that the Steele dossier was not part of Russia's disinformation campaign?
No, as I said in my opening statement, that part of the building of the case predated me, and by at least 10 months.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Manafort's alleged crimes regarding tax evasion predated you. You had no problem charging them. And matter of fact, this Steele dossier predated the Attorney General, and he didn't have any problem answering the question. When Senator Cornyn asked the Attorney General the exact question I asked you, Director, the Attorney General said, and I'm quoting, "No, I can't state that with confidence." And that's one of the areas I'm reviewing. I'm concerned about it, and I don't think it's entirely speculative. Now, if something is not entirely speculative, then it must have some factual basis, but you identify no factual basis regarding the dossier or the possibility that it was part of the Russia disinformation campaign. Now, Christopher Steele's reporting is referenced in your report. Steele reported to the FBI that senior Russian foreign ministry figures, along with other Russians, told him that there was, and I'm quoting from the Steele dossier, extensive evidence of conspiracy between the Trump campaign team and the Kremlin. So here's my question. Did Russians really tell that to Christopher Steele, or did he just make it all up and was he lying to the FBI?
Let me back up a second, if I could, and say, as I said earlier, with regard to the Steele, that's beyond my purview.
Oh, there's the purview.
It's exactly your purview, Director Mueller, and here's
in the purview.
Here's why. It's
not in the purview.
One of two things is possible, right? Either Steele made this whole thing up, and there were never any Russians telling him of this vast criminal conspiracy.
I forgot all about that. The purview. Oh,
didn't find, or
it just brings back memories.
Russians
Good memories.
lied to Steele.
Good times.
Russians were lying to Steele to undermine our confidence in our duly elected president. That would seem to be precisely your purview, because you stated in your opening that the organizing principle was to fully and thoroughly investigate Russia's interference. But you weren't interested in whether or not Russians were interfering through Christopher Steele. And if Steele was lying, then you should have charged him with lying like you charged a variety of other people, but you say nothing about this in your report.
Well,
Meanwhile, Director, you're quite loquacious on other topics. You write 3,500 words about the June 9 meeting between the Trump campaign and Russian lawyer Veselnitskaya. You write on page 103 of your report that the president's legal team suggested, and I'm quoting from your report, that the meeting might have been a setup by individuals working with the firm that produced the Steele reporting. So I'm going to ask you a very easy question, Director Mueller. On the week of June 9, who did Russian lawyer Veselnitskaya meet with more frequently? The Trump campaign or Glenn Simpson, who was functionally acting as an operative for the Democratic National Committee?
Well, what I think is missing here is the fact that this is under investigation elsewhere in the Justice Department.
I get that,
and if I can finish, sir, and consequently, it's not within my purview. Department of Justice and FBI should be responsive to questions on this particular issue.
It is absurd to suggest that a operative for the Democrats was meeting with this Russian lawyer the day before and the day after the Trump Tower meeting, and yet that's not something you referenced. Now, Glenn Simpson testified under oath. He had dinner with Veselnitskaya the day before and the day after this meeting with the Trump team. Do you have any basis, as you sit here today, to believe that Steele was lying?
As I said before, and I'll say again, it's not my purview. Others are investigating what you
So it's not your
addressed.
purview to look into whether or not Steele's lying. It's not your purview to look into whether or not anti-Trump Russians are lying to Steele. And it's not your purview to look at whether or not Glenn Simpson was meeting with the Russians the day before and the day after you write 3,500 words about the Trump campaign meeting. So I'm wondering how these decisions are guided. I look at the Inspector General's report. I'm citing from page 404 of the Inspector General's report. It states, Page stated, Trump's not ever going to be president, right? Right. Strzok replied, no, he's not. We'll stop it. Also in the Inspector General's report, there's someone identified as attorney number 2. Attorney number 2, this is page 419, replied, hell no, and then added, viva la resistance. Attorney number 2 in the Inspector General's report and Strzok both worked on your team, didn't they?
Pardon me? Can you ask?
They both worked on your team, didn't they?
I know. I heard Strzok. Who else were you talking about?
Attorney number 2 identified in the Inspector General's report.
Okay. And the question was?
Did he work for you? The guy who said viva la resistance.
Peter Strzok worked for me for a period of time, yes.
Yeah, but so did the other guy that said viva la resistance. And here's what I'm kind of noticing, Director Mueller. When people associated with Trump lied, you threw the book at them. When Christopher Steele lied, nothing. And so it seems to be that when Glenn Simpson met with Russians, nothing. When the Trump campaign met with Russians, 3,500 words. And maybe the reason why there are this discrepancies in what you focused on is because the team was so biased.
Time of the gentleman has expired.
Pledged to stop Trump.
Ooh, boy. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
I think we've won.
Trump says he's considering winding down our operations in Iran as we're very close to meeting our objectives.
Oh, I think we've won. We've knocked out their Navy, their Air Force. We've knocked out their anti-aircraft. We've knocked out everything. We're roaming free. From a military standpoint, all they're doing is clogging up the strait. But from a military standpoint, they're finished. Oh, I think we've won.
Dunzo. All right. Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi being praised by Americans for personally going to Arlington National Cemetery, laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. I like her. She's very Japanesey.
Present!
Hard!
Beautiful day, by the way. I made a surprise visit in Palm Beach after landing in Florida yesterday.
Thank you.
Make any remarks here?
You know,
So, you know, I didn't know I was going to be here tonight. I am supposed to be prosecuting a war, but the war's going very well. They have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no anti-anything. We can fly. You know, the anti-aviation stuff is amazing, but this isn't working too well. Everybody got shot up. Yeah, the Navy's gone, the Air Force is gone. All they can do is make a little ruckus
in a thing called the Strait that we don't need, that other countries need, that other countries don't want to fight for. This is unbelievable. We're fighting for everyone else. But we started, as you know, when I first got in, we had a great first term, and now I think this is not only a better term, better than anybody's had. We've never had this.
Oh boy. MSNBC hack Stephanie Rule. Ugh. So she was surprised when she called President Trump and he actually picked up and talked to her for 15 minutes. Yeah, well, I mean, not used to that under Joe Biden, were you?
Chris, let me just start with when the president saw me call, I was just as surprised as he was that he answered. Okay, so we're 20 days into this war. And like so many other reporters, I have called the president every single day to no avail. And every other day except today, I have called him from my home office with my notes. I'm ready to go, hoping he's going to speak to me. And every day, he never picks up. And I hear about an interview doesn't pick up for me. This morning, I was in the back of an Uber with my child sitting next to me on the way to an airport. And I thought, I'm going to leave him one more message. Maybe I can get him on the phone this afternoon. And lo and behold, it's 9:30 in the morning. I'm in the back of a Honda Pilot with a 12-year-old next to me. And the president says, hello, Stephanie. I shouldn't even be answering. You know, you're very mean to me. You're very hard on me. And I'm like, this can't be happening. But alas, for the next 15 minutes, we got into it. And exactly to your point is what he started with, this idea that Iran was 2 weeks away from having a nuclear bomb. And according to the president, they had definitive plans to use it. There is no evidence that we have heard this from absolutely anyone. But this is his argument. This is why we had to do it.
Yes. Okay, scenes from the National Women's Law Center tonight in D.C.
Contagious.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
It's about fighting for justice and equality.
Wow, Pritzker and Kamala.
And fairness and dignity. And I'll end by saying this. Courage is contagious. That is about fighting.
Okay. Courage is contagious. That's wow. Real profound stuff. Here, Melania Trump will make history again when she hosts the leaders of nearly 50 nations for the Fostering the Future Together Summit at the White House. Sorry, don't mind those beeps in the background. Plus leaders of the nation's biggest tech conglomerates. Huh. Interesting. Peak bloom is coming. Oh, cherry blossoms, yeah.
Big news at the Tidal Basin. New cherry blossom trees are here, and the blossoms will be blooming soon. Spring is coming fast, and we can't wait to see you and your family out here. Thanks to President Trump's Great American Outdoors Act, crews have strengthened the shoreline and pushed seawall improvements ahead of schedule and under budget, making the Tidal Basin safer and more resilient than ever. At the same time, National Park Service teams are caring for the iconic cherry trees, planting new ones, and getting the whole area ready for an unforgettable bloom.
Sorry about the beeping. If that's coming through or not. Oh yeah, it probably is. Oh. Alright, I gotta figure out how to mute that next time.
This year and in the future. Throughout the season, U.S. Park Police will be on the grounds with you, ensuring that you and millions of other visitors can enjoy the park and the rest of the city safely. Come explore, make new memories. We're making DC safe and beautiful again for generations to come.
It's my coding bot in the background. It's like telling me that it's doing stuff. I just set it up with like a whole custom like sound set that like plays goofy little sounds when it's doing stuff or when it finishes doing something. When I hit send, plays these nice little UI sounds. All custom sounds too. Yeah, that's my bot talking. Telling me I gotta like help it with something. Do you want to proceed? Oh, you bet I do. Darn right I do. Proceed. Like playing a video game. It's fun. Tickles the dopamine receptors. Makes you feel like you're doing something, you know. I wish I could show you what it's doing, but I don't want to like give away what I'm doing, so you know. But you can hear the sounds. There's that. Boy, it's busy. It's so much fun. It's satisfying. It came up with some good sounds. Not bad. Is it loud for you guys? Yeah, I have my speakers down a good ways. I know there's a way to adjust volume. I just gotta look up what I need to input to make it do that. Boy, oh boy. Hopefully it'll finish this tour up soon here, so I can try to silence it. Ah, that's how. Okay, can I? All right, let me see if I can do it. Okay. Don't want to do that. Nope, not playing nice. All right. Well, I'll have to figure out how to mute it later. I wonder if I can like mute it by the volume controls on a per app basis. Probably, but I don't feel like figuring that out right now. Yeah, well, whatever he was doing, he's done now. He's shut up, he stopped. Oh. He's waiting for me to answer a question. All right, well, dang it. I like the sound so much, but not terribly convenient when you're on air, is it? If there was like a simple mute button. I'll have to have it build that. I can probably do that. Do it later. Come on, bot. All right, well. We'll just have to deal with it for now. Finishes. Spamberger.
Congrats, VCU! Go Rams! What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful way to start March Madness. So Virginia fans, I hope you are enjoying all of our Virginia teams that are in the tournament. And certainly VCU kicked it off really well with their success.
Any insight on the budget?
If it comes down to VCU and UVA, who do you got? I did put out my bracket. In my bracket, I did go with some of the historical results back in 2019 when UVA won. So in the end, my bracket put UVA to win the Mets. But let's be very clear, I'd be delighted if it's VCU.
Thank you so much.
Congrats, VCU! Go Rams! What a
cringe. Okay, Trump signing executive order preserving the traditional time slot on the second Saturday of December exclusively for the Army-Navy game.
This is not an auto pen. Imagine taking it and say, would you please have this signed? Somehow, I don't know how they got by that. But it didn't work. Let's go. All right, it's a good one. We rate them. That's close to a 10, maybe a 10. See, fellas, you can see it first. That's pretty good, right? This is not an auto pen.
I know this is so much fun. I like that. Recognized as running back, Navy running back for his outstanding performance.
With time slipping away, Navy mounted one final drive and you marched downfield, nearing the goal line after running back Alex Teska broke loose into the secondary, which was amazing, for a huge 24-yard gain. Okay, where's Alex? Where's Alex? I saw Alex before. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. That was fantastic. I watched that because it was not looking good. After you did that, the momentum shifted, right, Coach? The coach was saying, I don't know, I got a problem, and then he did that. We all felt good. That's great. Congratulations. That's beautiful. That's amazing. With time slipping away, Navy mounted one final drive, and you marched downfield, nearing the goal line after running back Alex Teska broke loose into the secondary, which was amazing, for a huge.
Oh my God, they made it to Cuba. What did I break? Defense experts fear that Iran's missiles could hit Europe. Oh.
And that Elon is covering
Dozens of TSA workers informed that Elon Musk is willing to pay their salary. All right.
What's up, guys? We're going through TSA right now, and I just told my man that Elon is covering salaries.
Appreciate you.
For the TSA workers who've been defunded.
My man.
Yeah, and
thank you, brother.
They say thank you. There was a bunch of cheers. Like everyone
Yes, sir.
cheered.
Yes,
I
sir.
informed everyone behind us.
Take care.
Yep. The man, a true patriot. I'm telling you, I just yelled it as we were going through. They had my camera, so I couldn't film it. but I yelled it as they were going through that. Elon is covering the salaries of all of the TSA workers, and everyone cheered. And my man came up and he's like, I just wanted to shout out Elon. God bless this patriot. What's up, guys? We're going through TSA.
All right. This is so weird. Okay, good. Sorry. Making sure I didn't break everything on my computer here. Months after the grandson of the creator of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup came forward claiming Hershey's is cutting corners and using cheap oils. Oh my gosh, gross. Consumers are now reporting major quality issues, including a viral video showing a Hershey chocolate bar bending like rubber.
It's like, guys, I don't think chocolate's supposed to look like this.
No, dude. No.
Why is it so, like, elasticy?
That's disgusting.
Look at that. It's like slime.
Like
this is
putty.
real chocolate. No, this is fake real chocolate, bro. It's like poop, bruh. This is
It's like poop, bruh, she says.
like
Astute observation, my dear.
slime, bro. Look, I'm literally peeling it. Guys, I don't think chocolate's...
That is disgusting looking, though. Ugh. Nope. Not for me. Check. Right. Why did Chuck Schumer and the Democrats block Senator John Husted's common sense voter ID bill? Question.
I was listening to the Democratic leader, Chuck Schumer, the other day say that he didn't oppose photo ID as part of the Save America Act. That's not what they opposed. So I listened closely and I said, okay, well, we can fix that. I offered the other night a clean photo ID bill that would allow 5 forms of identification, photo identification, to cast a ballot, and to create a national standard that 36 other states already have that would say you could use a driver's license, a photo, a state ID, a military ID, a tribal ID, or a passport. Things that are widely available and in the state of Ohio are free to get a state ID to cast your ballot. This indeed would enshrine a national standard that would provide election integrity to our nation. And I offered that clean legislation, and the Democrats blocked it. And they came up with all kinds of excuses as to why, but there are no good excuses. This works. It's being implemented all around the country, photo ID. It will provide for integrity in our elections.
Okay, Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov says the U.S. has officially declared it only cares about its own well-being. Yep, pretty much, yeah.
Соединенные Штаты официально заявили, что им никто не указ, они заботятся только о своем благополучии, а это благополучие они готовы отстаивать любыми способами. Госпереворотами, убийством руководителей тех стран, у которых есть нужные американцам природные ресурсы, или похищениями, как это зло. И Венесуэла.
Oh my goodness. Russia. All right. Former an intel officer. Okay, former intel officer Commander Romero, Jesus Romero, on vulnerabilities.
There were.
This does not look like Jesus. but I'll take it.
At least 11,000 Iranian nationals that came in under Biden, and there are still 2,660 that remain with a final order of removal. There are more that don't have an order of removal, but there are at least 2,600 that have a final order of removal living in our country right now. What does that make you think?
Well, that's the example of the member of the Tren de Aragua that I provided you early. It makes me extremely and deeply concerned that we had these vulnerabilities during the Biden administration, and now we're dealing with the problem in a more profound way. We literally have the boogeyman living right inside of our own country.
There were at least 11,000 Iranian nationals that came in under Biden, and there are still 2,600.
That there are so many that in jails, and their death sentence are issued by Islamic regime, and they're there, and we're trying to like avoid that. But this is a thing that the Islamic regime is doing for like 47 years, and this is a thing that all the Iranians inside and outside trying to like tell the world that this barbaric regime took hostage all the Iranian people inside of Iran. And they doing this to like spread fear like among Iranians to like stop the protests because of the last month,
Right.
especially that there were protests on January 9th and 10th, and there were massacres that happened after, and they arrested so many, like thousands of people in the street, and they're executing like those people that they arrested for the last month. And there are so many that.
Okay, let's see if we can get the thing muted here. Enabled. False. Or volume 0. See if that does it. Quiet down now. Success. Silencio. Uh-oh. Good. Yeah. No noise. We're good now. CBS News lays off 6% of staff and shutters radio division, kickstarting a Barry Weiss-led overhaul. Is that it? Laying off 6% of its entire workforce. That all? Like that seems like nothing. Me, I'd probably be firing about half of them. And rehiring people that don't suck. An AI detection tool found 78% of the content in the horror novel Shy Girl was AI generated. Now the book's US publication has been canceled. Horror novel Shy Girl.
Author Mia
Ballard.
AI scandal that is shocking the book industry. Hachette Book Group announced on Thursday that it's canceling the U.S. publication of the horror novel Shy Girl over allegations that the author, Mia Ballard, heavily used artificial intelligence to write it. According to the New York Times, earlier this year, results from an AI detection program indicated that the book was, get this, 78% AI generated. The publisher says Hachette remains committed to protecting original creative expression and storytelling. The author, in a statement, said, "This controversy has changed my life in many ways, and my mental health is at an all-time low, and my name is ruined for something I didn't even personally do."
Wait, huh? But I thought you wrote it.
Ballard claims that someone else that she hired to edit the self-published version of Shy Girl used artificial intelligence.
So, what, to write 70-something% of the book? What, did you hand them like 10 pages and say write the rest?
AI scandal that is.
Who is Mia Ballard? Oh, okay. Suddenly it starts to make sense. Oh yes. Oh, it's definitely making sense. Yep. Boy. Absolutely nobody could have seen that one coming, except me. Man, oh man, here's Mia Ballard. Was she real estate agent too? All right. Actor and martial arts icon Chuck Norris sadly passed away March 19th.
I don't age. I don't age. I level up. I don't age.
Nice. More AI slop. Thousands swooned over this MAGA dream girl and yet somehow didn't realize it was AI the whole time. Like, hello. It should be painfully obvious when there's photos like this. I mean, if you see that and don't instantly realize AI slop, you're not going to make it. You're done. You may as well just stop. And this one, my goodness. I mean, look at this. That one's only slightly more believable, but look at, like, what? Come on. Come on. Not going to make it. Senate Leader John Thune demands Democrats take yes for an answer and reopen DHS.
Point, the Democrats are going to have to take yes for an answer. I know they think this is politically good for them. It's not. It's not politically good for anybody.
I think they're kind of beyond that point. By now, I don't think they really care about that. Or they would have stopped long ago.
Tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people out of work and important functions of our government not being carried out on a daily basis, and functions that are important to our homeland security and our national security. So the opportunity to actually drive this to a conclusion is there. You have to have, obviously, to negotiate a deal, you got to have two sides at the table. The White House is there, Senate Republicans are there. The question is, are Senate Democrats going to take yes for an answer? And frankly, at some point it's going to become pretty clear to everybody that they really don't have any excuses. It was shameful that they waited 18 days to even respond to a White House offer. And so the White House has been meticulously trying to do outreach, set up these meetings. They finally agreed to it a couple of days ago, which led to a follow-up meeting last night, and it should lead up to a follow-up meeting over this weekend. It's going to be very, very hard to explain if we leave town this next week without having funded the Department of Homeland Security. And at some point, the Democrats are going to be held accountable for this. I know they think it's, as has been described by one of their leaders, very serene with their position. Well, I'm telling you something, the people who are sitting in those lines at the airports right now don't see it as very serene. This needs to be resolved.
If we saw American firepower second to none.
At least
Trump confirmed he will deploy ICE directly into our airports for security because Chuck Schumer defunded DHS and TSA. Aw, now you guys get ICE.
Posting this on True Social, quote, if the radical left Democrats don't immediately sign an agreement to let our country, in particular our airports, be free and safe again, I will move our brilliant and patriotic ICE agents to the airports where they will do security like no one has ever seen before, including the immediate arrest of all illegal immigrants who have come into our country, with heavy emphasis on those from Somalia who have totally destroyed, with the approval of a corrupt governor, attorney general, and Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, the once great state of Minnesota. I look forward to seeing ICE in action at our airports. Make America great again. And that comes posting this on True Social, quote, if the radical left Democrats don't immediately
Aircraft carrier flight deck covers approximately 4.5 acres. I know that. Yup. That's cool. That's freaking cool. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get tired of doing that. Nope. Wow.
Got nothing.
If China controls AI, they control the future. Jan Yakilik warns the CCP is already ahead in key technologies. Yeah, they are. And this is absolutely like, this is it. Like, this is the war for control of the globe playing out right now. All the stuff you're seeing with Iran and all the stuff you're seeing in the tech world, all part of the same thing.
Range regime's got nothing on the CCP. The CCP is the Mac Daddy of bad guys, sir.
You know, the one thing that's really crazy to me, I'll just be straight up with you, okay? They've got the leg up on us on a whole bunch of technologies, including EVs, solar, and stuff like that. That's been their strategic policy, basically dump into our market, get rid of those companies, basically, because they can't survive, and then basically build into it and then start selling to us, right? So we still have the upper hand in AI. You know, there's an amazing testimony recently by a Georgetown assistant professor, Rush Doshi, about this. We still have the upper hand in AI, but we're kind of like way too easily kind of giving it away and allowing for these loopholes. And perhaps this particular insanity, I mean, these chips, these servers that were basically taken, those have all sorts of military applications. This is the top end stuff. We cannot allow this. We have to like not just have the export controls, but have the teeth to stop this stuff from getting out.
Hang on. How crazy is it? You do this every day. You've written this book about what demons these people are. How crazy is it we have these tech oligarchs sitting there with Jensen Huang and allowing us and trying to convince the president to let them have chips? Is that a suicide mission or not, sir?
It's just I think they've taken advantage of our greed. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak to any individual person, but I'm just scratching my head. Like a world. Listen, this is I keep saying this, right? If China under the Communist Party runs AI and builds those language models, then start to dominate, we're going to have the worst kind of mindset. This is one of the big themes in my book, okay? So it's a bit about this horrible forced organ harvest industry, but a big part of it is how this is the perfect way to understand the mind of the CCP. And the mind of the CCP is psychopathic. That's one way to describe it. And, you know, and we know that whatever our biases are, however we think gets into these language models, we don't want that. Guys, like, it doesn't matter how much money it is. You know, we just can't do this. We just can't do this, okay?
Doesn't.
Okay. Got to do something. There. Good. All right.
Range.
Pelosi reacts to Multiple reports that Russia is providing Iran with intelligence to help target Americans. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they?
In my 30 years of experience as
They've been chummy with them for a long time.
on intelligence, our first priority has always been force protection. It's always been force protection. That's about our troops, protect our troops. So if that is so, and it seems to be verified and even expanded, that Russia is providing intelligence to the enemy at the exposure of our troops, the president should be making a serious objection to that. However, he said when he was in the conversation with Putin was okay with what was going on in Iran. Of course he was, because he was getting the price of oil to go up, which strengthened him in the war in Ukraine. So the whole thing is terrible.
What should be the U.S. response?
Well, the President of the United States, he's in touch with his buddy Putin. He's got to say to him, we consider this an act of war against our troops, that you are providing intelligence.
An act of war?
Yeah.
That Russia is an act of war against the United States?
That's right. Yeah, because they are providing intelligence to endanger our troops. So back off.
Back off. Okay. Please. Oh, why you don't work? Oh no. Oh. Error. Nice. Next. Cory Booker films an interview in New Jersey, and a random bystander just happens to be carrying around a Cory Booker merchandise prop. Pops in for the cameras. That's convenient. Almost like he paid her to be there.
Mayor ever.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yo, you the best man ever, Cory. Hey, you the best man.
What do you like? Hire Sylvester Stallone?
Love you, man. Thank you for that. Oh my God!
Do you have a crystal ball? Is he gonna run?
You got no choice. There will be no announcement here. I'm gobsmacked, man.
Best mayor ever. Hey, Rocky, you're the best man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
For 90,000 bottles of liquid pain reliever for children.
All right. Nearly 90,000 children's ibuprofen bottles voluntarily recalled over the potential presence of a foreign substance. A gel-like mass and black particles. That's healthy.
Tonight, that recall for 90,000
You should be fine.
bottles of liquid pain reliever for children. Taro Pharmaceuticals recalling 4-ounce bottles of children's ibuprofen oral suspension. The recall after some people claim they found a gel-like mass and black particles in it. The FDA saying there are no reports of adverse health effects. We have more on our website. Tonight, that recall.
A little extra fiber. You'll be good. Democrat candidate running in California.
Officially endorsing Choykot Chakrabarti for Congress. We need to Chakrabarti for Congress. Endorsing Choykot Chakrabarti for Congress. We need a disruptor. We need someone who's not a politician. I hope I don't offend you by saying that.
No, that is a compliment.
So Choykot, I've endorsed you. You've got my support. Officially endorsing Choykot Chakrabarti for Congress. We need
Crusty. Entropic CEO. What's Dario doing now?
If you had a moment with the president right now, tonight, what would you say to him?
You know, I would say we are patriotic Americans. We have done everything we have done has been for the sake of this country, for the sake of supporting U.S. national security. Our leaning forward in deploying our models with the military was done because we believe in this country. We believe in defeating our autocratic adversaries. We believe in defending America. The red lines we have drawn, we drew because we believe that crossing those red lines is contrary to American values. And we wanted to stand up for American values. And when we were threatened with supply chain designation and Defense Production Act, which are unprecedented intrusions into the private economy by the government, we exercised our classic First Amendment rights to speak up and disagree with the government. Disagreeing with the government is the most American thing in the world. And we are patriots. In everything we have done here, we have stood up for the values of this country.
Oh, yeah. Some business here. Next up. Senate Leader Thune reveals today the Senate will vote on the SAVE Act.
I'm still waiting for Democrats to explain why it's perfectly logical.
Oh, pardon, on an amendment to the SAVE Act to prevent men and women's sports.
For them to demand photo ID for their own rallies, and yet oppose photo ID at the polls. Is voting the one thing the Democrats don't think should be taken seriously? Do they think voting is so trivial that it really doesn't matter if those coming to vote are who they say they are? Well, I'd like to know, Mr. President. Mr. President, Democrats may have rejected a common sense photo ID measure on Thursday, but they'll have another chance to support common sense today when the Senate votes on an amendment to protect women's sports from being hijacked by men. Over the past few years around the country, we have seen men, biological men who identify as women, take up spaces and medals in athletics meant for actual women. And this is happening across a range of sports. Swimming, softball, volleyball, basketball, tennis, and the list goes on. Mr. President, needless to say, men have inherent biological advantages when it comes to sports. Things like greater muscle mass and greater aerobic power. That is just a simple scientific fact. And those biological advantages mean that men are likely to dominate in women's sports, taking up medals and opportunities that should belong to women.
On March 21st, we celebrate our reconnaissance Marines, whose job series identifiers 0321. A nice series of numbers there. I like that.
Ready? Move! I'm staying here, you move them. Every floor right, every floor right, every floor right.
3563.
Neato. President Trump threatened to deploy ICE to airports amid the DHS funding fight if they don't get stuff going. Trump warned that ICE agents will do security like no one has ever seen before. Oh, yeah. I mean, a move from TSA, which are about, I mean, when it comes to government agencies, it's pretty much as lazy as it gets. Like, they do the bare minimum of the barest minimum. May or may not have something to do with demographics. Just saying. But man, move from that to ICE. That's gonna wake some people up. That's gonna snap some people out of it real quick. Guinea pigs considered pets in America are being grilled right on the streets of New York City. Oh, yummy. Some ethnic cuisine.
Al caso del tesorero.
No son ratones, no son ratones. Esos son.
Look at little Fluffy. Aww.
Mano Pedro, ¿a cómo lo cuidas? ¿A cómo venden el brazo del cuy? Entero. No sé cómo lo venden.
It's a guinea pig, man. Are those even guinea pigs, or are those just New York like city rat, like sewer rats? They look like they could be sewer rats. I'm not convinced that that's a guinea pig. Either way, ew. Footage from Justin Timberlake's infamous Hamptons arrest has finally been released, despite his attempts to block it. Went on to take a plea deal for the arrest, lowering his DWI charge to a non-criminal traffic violation. Oh, driving while drunk, huh?
Like this. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9. Followed by a series of small
That cop had the night of his life.
steps around.
Tell that story forever.
1,
Remember that one time you made Justin Timberlake walk the line?
2, 3, all the way up to 9.
And he couldn't do it?
This is going to be heel to toe. So you're going to be clicking your heels as you're going.
Come on, heel toe. Just like you're dancing, Justin.
Arms by your side.
Come on, it's like just you moonwalk. You can moonwalk, right?
While you
got this.
You're doing this, you're going to look down at your toes.
Guys, I'm just following my friends back to my house. I'm not doing anything. I'm just following my friends back to my house.
Will you do these tests?
Sure.
Okay. Like I explained, it's going to be 9 heel to toe steps. You're going to be clicking your heels, arms by your side. Just wait until I have you go.
Like this?
Arms by your side. So it's going to look like this.
Sorry.
Arms by your side.
I've never done this, so I'm just...
It's gonna be arms by your side, just like that, while you're doing it.
Perfect. Okay.
Your eyes are going to be looking at your toes.
Okay.
As you take each step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Once you get to your 9th step, like I demonstrated, your lead foot's going to stay planted, and you're going to take a series of small steps around, followed by 9 heel to toe steps back. Okay? Again, as you walk, you're going to be counting those steps out loud, looking at your toes. Arms by your side the whole way. So you're going to start with your...
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Right. You get the whole thing.
You got to stay like that, and then...
Just like this?
It's going to look like that. We'll start, okay? We'll start.
He's going to tell you when you're supposed to begin. He just wants you.
I'm sorry.
You're all good. He just wants you to be in position. He's going to basically tell you when to go. Okay.
I'm going to say you make got that. So
I'm just waiting for him to start like dancing or something. Just start busting out like you're in a music video, dude. You got it.
Each step. 1, 2.
Whitey Bulger's secret manuscript revealed as Associate Appeals conviction. What is secret manuscript? I was trying to get the chorus of the song there. Where'd it go?
Now it's your turn to cry. So tell me a rhythm. Go on and just tell me a rhythm.
Great song. Excellent song. What is this with Bulger's secret manuscript? What did he first of all, he could write? He's actually supposed to be a pretty smart guy. But, he was well-read, very literate. Makes sense he would write a book to memoir. Oh, interesting. It was a memoir. He had a memoir. Unpublished. We all get to see it? I don't know how we get to see it. Newly released court documents. Okay. Could be coming out of the courts. But that's got some interesting details in it. Air Force successfully tests new supersonic missile. Fun. Hypersonic or just plain old super? Powered by a liquid rocket engine that can hit supersonic speeds. So just normal, huh? We got China and Russia and Iran out there playing with hypersonics, and we're diddling around with whatever this is. Well, hopefully it's got something special. I don't know. Shipbuilding in the U.S. has been in shambles due to decades of short-sighted policies and neglect. Today, the U.S. rolls out about 3 large cargo ships a year, while China does around 1,000. 1,000?
A year.
Trump admin has called this a national security crisis. You freaking bet it is. That's insane.
American shipbuilding is in shambles, a money loser falling decades behind our global rivals. China makes roughly 1,000 cargo ships a year.
Wow.
The U.S., maybe 3.
At the end of the day, shipbuilding is a national security necessity. The U.S. needs to be able to secure our own commerce. We need to be able to export our own energy. We are in a shipbuilding crisis in the United States, and every American should be aware of that.
American shipbuilding is in shambles, a money loser.
Hit your butt. Okay. Iran vows to continue attacks on the U.S. and Israel.
راه شکست شما را یاد گرفتیم و آن مقاومت است. تغییر موازنه قدرت که از مدت‌ها قبل رخ داده، حالا صدایش در قالب آژیر مرگ به گوشتان میرسد. این جنگ تا مادامی که گزینه تعرض به این خاک از دستور کار و راهبرد جنایتکاران حذف شود ادامه خواهد داشت. در اندوخوهای کودک کش بیقانون بیمرز که جنایت و ظلم عادت همیشگی آنها شده باید بفهمند، اما این نادانها هرگز نفهمیدند که مدام در هر نبرد.
All right, you're annoying, dude. Time to stop. Hundreds of delivery drivers hanging outside East Village Mosque, overwhelming locals and forcing businesses to close. Disgusting. Third world, like that. A Roblox programmer has been arrested in New Orleans for possessing CP, child abuse materials. Oh boy.
A man who says he's a programmer for Roblox is behind bars on child
Oh, how about that?
Pornography charges. Jamie Bourne is charged with 40 counts of child porn possession as well as possession of a child sex doll. According to arrest records, Bourne told investigators he is a programmer for the online gaming platform Roblox, which is geared toward children and teens. Bourne is booked into the Orleans Parish Justice Center with a bond of over $2 million. This comes after Attorney General Liz Merrill filed a lawsuit against Roblox Corporation in August for failing to protect children from sexual predators. A man who says he's a programmer for Roblox is behind bars on child pornography charges. Jamie Bourne.
Child pornography. Shameful. What is? A lot of that happens these days. As Democrats continue to keep DHS shut down, frontline TSA workers and their families are feeling the financial impact.
This is Alondra Galvin, a single mom and a TSA officer currently working without pay because of the partial government shutdown.
Very frustrating for everything from financial restraint to mental instability. I mean, there's times where I'm like at night, it's like, what am I going to do?
Galvin has been working as a TSA officer for 2 years. She said she's been trying to bounce back from the longest government shutdown in U.S. history last year, where she went without pay for 43 days. Now it's happening all over again. But for her, this shutdown is more than just politics. It's personal.
I'm a single mom, so right now my son usually goes to spring break camps, and I can't afford that right now because, I mean, there's no money coming in, and it's just, I don't know what to do anymore. There's no babysitter.
The union representing TSA workers held a food bank for them. Galvin says anything helps.
It's just eggs and milk and some vegetables and some rice, but I mean, for me, that's what we eat on a daily basis.
Galvin says she's decided to continue going to work, but she doesn't know how much longer she can handle it. She's already starting to look for other jobs to fall back on because financially, she's being stretched thin.
I'm up to my last, almost $100. I just put gas in my car. That was $50. I don't know how I'm going to do it within the next 2 weeks.
The Department of Homeland Security says since the shutdown started, over 350 TSA officers have left the force and more continue to call out. For TSA workers like Galvin, what she wants is for this to end.
Former special counsel Bob Mueller, dead, 81.
Very simple. You did a lot of work, correct?
Yes, that I agree.
A lot of subpoenas, a lot of pen registers.
A lot of subpoenas. Yes.
Okay, we'll walk this really slow if we need to.
A lot of search warrants.
All right, a lot of search warrants, a lot of things. So you're very thorough. In your opinion, very thorough. You listed this out in your report, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Is it true, the evidence gathered during your investigation, given the questions that you have just answered, is it true the evidence gathered during your investigation did not establish that the president was involved in the underlying crime related to Russian election interference as stated in Volume 1, page 7?
We found insufficient evidence of the president's culpability.
So that would be a yes.
Pardon?
That would be a yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Isn't it true the evidence did not establish that the president or those close to him were involved in the charged Russian computer hacking or active measure conspiracies, or that the president otherwise had unlawful relationships with any Russian official? Volume 2, page 76, correct?
I leave the answer to our report.
So as a yes.
Bang. Senate Democrats just blocked legislation to ban men in women's sports, 49 to 41. Body cam footage from a fall 2025 ICE raid at Nutrition Bar Confectioners in Cato, New York, now public. Employee records obtained show at least 134 of the 224 workers were using fraudulent social security numbers belonging to dead people. That's no accident. That doesn't just happen.
Thank you. Thank you. We need an announcement made. Can you help us with that?
I could.
Okay, perfect. So what we need to do is have the employees in the back be made aware we have a search warrant for the facility.
Attention, all Nutrition Bar Confectioner employees. The police are here with a search warrant. Please move to the production hallway and turn off all equipment by hitting the eSafe button. Thank you.
Atención a los trabajadores de Nutrition Bar Confectioners. Somos policías con una orden de...
Agents stopped production, yelled at people in bathroom stalls, and ordered most of the workers to line up in a hot break room.
Open the door. Abra la puerta.
It's a foot. It's resistance.
Yeah.
Hang it. Got it?
Necesitas abrir la puerta ahora.
Tell them to back up.
Necesitas muevas. Vamos a abrir la puerta. Con fuerte.
He's in there. I got
Yep.
it. Ready?
Yep.
Get down! Get down! Get on the ground! Females, 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 females.
Siéntese ahora. Siéntese. No te muevas.
Miss, pull up your pants, come out of the bathroom. Pull up your pants, come out of the bathroom. Pull up your pants, come out of the bathroom.
Necesitas poner tus pantalones. She's asking to wait since she's moving pants up.
Okay, okay, please hurry.
Okay.
El poles up el pantalones
Señoritas, conmigo.
and exit el bathroom-o.
Mi compañeros, por favor.
They asked each person, one by one, whether they were U.S. citizens.
El baña? Did I get that right? El baña?
You good? Yeah. Okay. I was just getting a little bit hot as shit. Okay, so those are being checked. U.S. citizens. Okay.
Everything in there is not U.S. citizens.
Over on this side. Let's go. The quicker we do this, the quicker we get through it, right? Come to this side. Come up in the front, to the side. No, you're not going in your locker. No. And I'll take the pen. I'll take it. Thank you. Hey, that side, all the way.
Voy a hablar con
él. 57 people were detained.
There you are. Okay. Yes. All right. Troubleshooting. Sorry. I think I figured it out. I think I got it. Been in the last hour trying to chase down this freaking issue. Immigrations to timestamps. Almost done here, and we can move on. Good. Finally. All right. Okay. That's a relief. Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. Trump says he can no longer hurt innocent people. Comes right out and says it. Mount Rushmore fireworks approved for the 250 after years of permit denials, as Trump admin takes a jab at Biden, as he should. Bravo. Glad they got that knocked out. It's going to be nice. What a monument. So cool. It, let's see if we can find anything else interesting in our last few here. Some guy that looks a lot like Jeffrey Epstein.
Good morning, everybody. This is Palm Beach Pete from
Well, he really does, though.
Palm Beach, Florida.
I mean, not quite, but
I want to thank
enough that you do a double take, maybe.
Thank everybody for the positive comments I got from saying I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete.
I'm just Palm Beach Pete.
Strait of Hormuz is a simple military maneuver.
Very simple.
Yeah, but what did you mean by that?
It's a simple military maneuver. It's relatively safe, but you need a lot of help in the sense of you need ships, you need volume. And NATO could help us, but they so far haven't had the courage to do so. And others could help us, but, you know, we don't use it. You know, at a certain point, it'll open itself. At a certain point.
You said opening the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay.
Randy Walters is the son of a bitch.
2026 is weird, man. All right, let's see. Nick Shirley. Oh, we saw that one the other day. Oh, no, we didn't see this clip.
Making videos more politically based after I had returned back from a 2-year mission for my church, and I had $0. So when I came home back from that trip, I worked for an entire month. I power washed houses, and my goal was to make $10,000 in cash. And so I took that $10,000 in cash and used that to funnel my YouTube channel for the first 3 months until I could actually make a profit. Even when I went on my mission trip, I was still making videos, interviewing people about Jesus in Spanish.
So your faith has motivated you, hasn't it?
Yeah, and more so than anything, it's kept me on the straight and narrow, and it's kept me on a good path to be able to go do what I want to do.
Well, love learning about your background. It's extraordinarily impressive. Making consequential change in your young 20s. Thanks
for making videos more political.
All right. Nice young kid. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hernandez on Skid Row, and this man behind me was actually
she's on the scene too, huh?
caught bribing homeless to sign petitions, which is illegal per California election law.
Did you want to sign up, sir? I don't know where this is. Free signatures. If you sign the petition, you get a cigarette. Sure. Perfect. Yes, of course, sir. Thank you. You're helping change California laws.
I actually have you on camera saying that
has me on camera handing out cigarettes. Yeah.
Yes,
you signed the petition. How is it
election
illegal if you sign a cigarette?
California.
If you sign, you're gonna get something. You're not even reading a good investigative
Well,
journalism.
I'm actually trying to
You're
ask
not doing
you.
any investigative journalism. Get the out of here. You don't belong here.
They're doing that shit all day long. I watch them when they tell the people that if they get, sign up, they'll give them X amount of money and all that stuff.
This is Savannah Hernandez in Los Angeles on Skid Row. Now, I have been a part of a multi-journalist investigation targeting alleged voter registration fraud and bribery that has been happening on the streets of Skid Row every single day. Now, apparently petitioners have been coming down to these streets, targeting the homeless specifically, and trying to register them to vote using allegedly fraudulent information. On top of that, they have been offering them bribes such as cash or cigarettes to sign these petitions. Now, per California election law, this is all illegal, by the way. However, we captured this on footage. Multiple other journalists have captured this on footage. And this resulted in our undercover journalists being threatened and me being swarmed after I confronted the people doing it.
You guys got a light? First, I need to sign people up. You guys got a light?
Yes. Did you want to sign the petition? You get a free cigarette.
Oh, what is this?
Just stricter policies on Uber drivers for women sexual harassment. You get a free cigarette when you sign.
What kind? What kind?
USA Gold. That's what we got.
Okay. Okay.
The cheapest shit they can find, yeah. God, I remember USA Golds when I was in college. Gross. Like, they're the worst. They're so nasty.
What company or what organization?
Well, we work with the Southern California, with the Southern California District, right here in City Hall.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to sign up, sir?
I don't know where this is, sir.
Free signatures. If you sign the petition, you get a cigarette.
Sure.
Perfect. That's how easy it was. Yeah, number 5. Yes, of course, sir. Thank you.
Keep in mind, this asshole is getting like $20 per signature. What did he just say? 3 signatures and you get a cigarette? Did I hear that right?
You're helping change California laws.
Thank you.
Yes. Bleed your feet.
Huh?
Bleed your feet.
Bleed my feet?
Bleed your feet. That means walk. That means walk, bro. Walk forward. Didn't the homie just tell you to leave already, bro?
Yeah, dude. I'm just.
All right, bleed your feet then.
All right.
Bleed your feet then, bro. I'll sock you in your
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Now, being a petitioner that gets paid to collect signatures is not illegal in the state of California. However, per Section 18603 in California Election Code, offering people money or anything of value in exchange for signing a petition is. And after our undercover journalist was threatened, I decided to go confront the people doing this for myself. So I'm doing an investigation about how people have been bribing essentially the homeless to sign petitions. We actually got you on camera handing out cigarettes to people to sign petitions.
Yeah, that's cool.
Can I ask you about that?
Why?
Because it's a legal activity.
How is it illegal?
So technically, it's illegal per California election law to bribe people to sign petitions or
No
to
one's
register
bribing
to vote.
anybody. No one's forcing anybody. People have free will, girl.
We actually have you on camera handing
Yeah, bribes are you engage in those with free will. That's how bribes work.
out cigarettes to people.
What's up, girl? We out here.
And you work for City Hall, correct?
I work for... Doesn't matter who I work for.
Can I get your name?
Why would I give you my name when you're under?
Well, if you're not committing any illegal
What's your
activity,
name?
then there shouldn't be any issue, right?
No, look around. Look where we're at.
Sure.
You're targeting me about illegal activity?
This has been a greater part of a multi-series investigation by multiple journalists here in Skid Row. Now, we have caught these people handing out cigarettes, cash, and also telling these people to fill out voter registration forms with fraudulent information.
Pinocchio Lane. Wow.
Oh, good. You said employee with City Hall. Why are you guys doing this?
Oh, real boy.
Today.
I'm not an employee with anybody. You're putting words in my mouth. We work with the Southern California, with the Southern California District, right here in City Hall.
I actually have you on camera saying that you were
on camera handing out cigarettes. Yeah.
Yes,
You
that
signed
is
the
illegal
petition.
per
How is it
election
illegal if you
election law
sign
here
a
in
cigarette?
California.
If you sign, you're gonna get something.
Okay.
People offer money.
Okay.
I offer
So we
cigarettes.
actually have multiple people doing this all over Skid Row all week. Can I just ask you guys about this? If it's not illegal, we shouldn't be freaking out about it, right?
No one's freaking out.
Okay, so can I?
Not freaking
can I
out. You're
get your
coming
name?
at me thinking it's all sweet, like. Girl,
Sure. Well, what's going on here? I might just not understand. So can you explain
You
it
might
to me?
not really understand.
Sure. So can you explain it to me?
Yeah, we're doing petitions for sexual harassment. I don't know what this government voting is. Sexual harassment on Uber drivers for stricter policies, and we just need voters. We need people to sign. We need people to sign so we can get the legislation a lot more stricter for the women's stricter policies on Uber drivers for women's rights. You're not even being a good investigative
Well,
journalism.
I'm actually trying to
You're
ask
not doing
you.
any investigative journalism. Get here, you don't belong here. You're not helping anything. You're trying to help your little career.
Can I ask what you're helping?
I help the community. I do
Helping his wallet.
free cell phones.
That's right.
If you need a
Getting them Obama phones.
free cell phone, if you have EBT or Medi-Cal, you qualify for a free cell phone.
Give me your EBT.
And I'm out here Monday through Sunday signing everybody up for a free cell phone.
Is that what the petitions today
The
were
petitions
for?
have nothing to do with the cell phones.
So what were the petitions for?
The petitions are for something totally different.
They're doing that shit all day long. I watch them when they tell the people that if they get, sign up, they'll give them X amount of money and all that stuff. And I trip out like, you got these guys who are meth addicts, crack addicts, and the whole 9 yards, and that's not right.
Oh, damn. Look at him go. He got the moves.
What they're doing, but they do it out here. They do it. They come right up to them.
That one appears to be... I don't know what he's doing. I want to know.
How you like to make $3? How you like to make $5?
And they're getting them to sign these petitions and register to vote? Have they ever asked you that?
Yeah, I would tell them no.
They don't really give you much information other than, hey, I'll throw you a couple bucks or I'll throw you some weed. This guy, for example, was going to give me some weed. So I said, sure, why not? One signature turned into like 10 signatures turned into a voter registration form, which he told me nothing about, and signed me up and signed me as a Republican, and didn't say anything about it.
As a Republican? Now that's interesting.
The only way I knew was because I read like what I'm signing. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So I think there's a lot of people that are out here that are registered to vote that they don't even realize it, and they're probably registered in the wrong party.
Back in 2018, 9 people were charged for this exact same crime, yet it's still happening here on the streets every single day. Now, a lot of people as well, because we are in an election year, have voter fraud on the mind, and they want to make sure that elections are safe and secure. However, this is an example of how easy it is to potentially manipulate voter registration here in California.
Interesting. They're getting them as Republicans. They're trying. That's exactly what they're doing. They're messing with all kinds of stuff. Maybe probably a right choice. And skewing the putting their finger on the scale. Okay, what next? I don't know who is in this 3. I always forget. Oh yeah. Isn't it? It's Elsie Mack, but he doesn't do the time slot anymore, I guess. Right? He only does Thursday, I think. So if anyone's hanging and wants to come take the wheel, you feel free. Floor's open. If not, I'll find something to put on. We'll find something to do. This is a mall in Virginia. Every day I am more radicalized. I'm a foreigner in my own country. Can't wait to see this. What mall is this? Is it Tyson's? Is it? I bet it is Tyson's. I bet it's Tyson's too. Sure looks like it. It's a heck of a mall. I'll tell you that. It's a dang nice mall. But it is completely overrun with Muslims. Like, I don't know what it is about their culture that it's like malls are still like a thing for them. Yeah, this is definitely it. Definitely, I was just in this place. This is crazy. You got some nice little spots in here. This is the one with the bikes. Does it have the bikes in it? Motorcycles? He doesn't show that. Oh well. This is it's one of the probably like the nicest mall you've ever seen. It's a damn nice mall. Outside of, Dubai or something. It is a really, really nice mall. One of the few spots in America where malls have just never stopped, kept thriving. Still a nice place, even with all this. Like, not like they make it particularly bad or anything either. It's just, you don't feel like you're in America at all. It's bizarre. Very weird. Yeah. 100% feel that. Who are you? I'm going to follow you. Ben Luigi. Followed. Anything else?
Members of Congress.
Oh, UFO stuff. All right, we'll finish up with this. Rep. Anna Paulina Luna was briefed on UFOs that were unexplainable. Okay, let's hear it.
There is one specific agency where multiple members of Congress, to include myself, received a briefing from. All of that information will be declassified, and the stuff that we saw in that briefing we can't explain.
But I mean, if I could get back to the anal probing.
Odd topic.
It seems like there was a time where they needed to do that to find out about it. Like so many people have this almost the exact same recollection. And maybe it's some
Wait, they needed to probe anuses to find out this?
Psychological phenomenon that we don't realize, but people independently seem to have this kind of vague memory, and they lost a little track of time. Maybe it was the GHB, I don't know. But
probably that.
It seemed like the aliens were trying to find out.
Probably the liquid ecstasy,
What makes these people tick? Who are these humans? And then I think they got that information. And in the last 10, 20 years, it's not been that. What it's been has been very, very serious people. I'm talking about military people who are constantly saying, we see things we cannot explain. Either China has a weapon we don't know about, which is unlikely, or it's just something you're going to have to tell me what it is.
What we've seen in the briefings, and I actually asked this question to Secretary Clinton, as she was actually going to, had she won her election, be in charge of disclosure and actually releasing some of this information. And she thinks that the American people, I think this is one of the most bipartisan things in Congress currently, and bicameral in the Senate as well. But we should be able to release the information that we have specifically pertaining to this and let the American people decide what it is. Look, some of it is balloons, some of it is drones. And then there's a portion of it that we can explain where you have credible people from all walks of life confirming it. And I will tell you, based on the evidence that we have seen, there's...
Oh, they cut it off right before the... Oh, well. I guess we'll see soon. Okay, Miss Vicky is in. Thank you so much for coming to take the wheel. You're the best. I appreciate that.
No problem. Always hanging.
You are wonderful. All right. Oh, I just... Second. Sorry about that. I hit the leave button like while I was halfway through talking. Anyway,
okay.
Thank you so much. You were the best. You have a good show.
No, is it just for an hour? Is that what it is?
Till 5 o'clock, I think it will be. So about an hour and 40.
Okay, so then I'm going to be on with our regular show. Got it.
Well, there you go. Staying on through.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm back.
All right, sorry, YouTube. There we go. That's it. I'm out. I'm done. Tapping out. I will be back Monday morning. Okay?